Hi, how you doing?
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
As you are aware, I'm a triple jumper representing Nigeria at the upcoming London 2012 Games. I think that's probably the most interesting thing about me at the moment.
How did you get into athletics?
Years ago, I live in London, and years ago I was invited to come down and try out for the Best in Greenwich School Championships, and that's how I started, and it literally just blossomed from there. I was spotted by a local coach, and he just said, "Oh, you're quite good. To see how good you can be," and he took me under his wing, and now the story is there. I represent Nigeria at the Olympic Games.
So you had a coach. How old were you then?
When I first started, I was 16, and within 4 months, I represented England at international level. So it happened very, very quickly. But I first started at 16.
Who were your role models?
Growing up, I never had any real sporting role models. I think everyone used to love Michael Johnson back then. But I think for me, I guess Jonathan Edwards was a world record holder, and he took me. Yeah, he kind of showed me quite a few things about how to jump further and stuff. I went on a training trip with him to South Africa, so I guess he wasn't really a role model, just someone that I wanted to jump as far as. So I wouldn't ever really use the role model. I'd only use it if I was describing someone like my dad in terms of his influence in my life.
This has changed your life quite a bit.
Since I competed for Nigeria, it's definitely been great. When I first started, I competed for Britain. I had a lot of early success as a very talented junior. I was the best junior in the world, best under 20 in the world, when the second year of competing. So it all happened very, very quickly, and then it took a while to readjust to not fame, but certainly to being that good. And then I had a few years in the middle where I was good, but not as good as I could be. And then actually when I changed to compete for Nigeria, it all just kind of changed, and then all of a sudden I was just exploding. My performance got a lot better, and just being in your home country and just being around people who look like you, who genuinely think like you, it really, really helps enhance your performance. And since being in that environment, I've won the African Championships twice. Actually, I've retained my title 2 weeks ago in Porto Novo. Republic of Benin, won the Commonwealth Games, and now I'm doing my first Olympics. So it's a great environment to be in terms of for relaxation, for the ability to perform. But obviously, there are other aspects of competing for your home country that are slightly different.
How does it feel to be part of the Olympics and part of a select number of athletes in the world?
That's an amazing feeling. I think it's one of those things where I think there are 7,000, 8,000 athletes that are Olympians, and that's 7,000 out of 7.8 billion in the world, or 8 billion in the world. So we would generally regard ourselves as select few human beings on the planet. That's a good thing. However, for me, it's business, it's my career. So it's very much business as usual. Run down the runway and jump as far into the sandpit as far as you can, and try and get a medal or just be as good as you can be. So it's a great accolade, but I think I'll only be able to reflect on that after the games. Right now, it's very much like business time. Just get on with this, just be as good as you can be. Afterwards, I might be like, yeah, do you know what? I'm an Olympian, great.
So what do you do to relax?
Good question. Usually it's a lot of reading. Reading about spirituality, reading about developing yourself metaphysically. Cinema now and again. I've just recently moved to a country where it's a very big cinema culture there. That's it really, just a lot of reading, cinema, Scrabble, a lot of Scrabble. Get rid of the excess energy and just competitive games, definitely.
You said you recently moved. Where do you live now?
I now live in Singapore. It's a little island country in Asia, and it's just literally a haven. I think it's regarded as the safest planet in the world, and every day it's 33, 34 degrees Celsius. So it's just, you can leave your iPad on the table next to this Island Explorer, and it will never go missing. You can go off for 10 minutes, come back, and it's still there. So it's a real peaceful country, and people are very, very peaceful, and it's a great place to be.
I'm sure you're being asked for autographs quite frequently. How do you feel about that?
It's part and parcel. I mean, I don't have fame to the same level as, say, if JJ Okocha was walking down the street. So it's relative. It's nice at this level. If it was heightened times 10, it might not be as nice. But then I guess if my salary was heightened times 10, I would then accept it and deal with it. So it's part and parcel. I'm glad that people recognise me and want to approach me and engage with me. That's a good thing. If people see you and don't want to engage with you, that would never be a good thing. So it's a very positive thing.
Well, thank you, Tosin Oke, for taking the time to answer questions. Wish you all the best in the Olympics. You know you can come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much.